Mr. Prakash Iyer has written a wonderful book called The Habit of Winning. There was a school which was sinking, which was financially deteriorating year by year, day by day. And the staff, the principal were in utter disappointment and fear that if they don't take any major step, they will soon have to shut down the school. And so they appoint a consultancy firm to revive the school administration, business, and the consultancy firm, when they study the entire school, what are the mistakes they are doing, they come up with an idea that you have to choose 10 brightest students from the school and 10 best teachers of the school, and then put them together for 1 year, let them put all the efforts that teacher can give, and because the students are bright, they will perform well, and if they come into merit list in their respective grades, your school will again be back in news, and we can hope for better days for the school. uh, the principal was little reluctant. She was hesitant, but why only bright students, why not everybody? But then eventually they all agreed. They said, okay, fine, we'll do this. And so 10 students and 10 teachers were picked up with extra classes, special coaching. Everything was done for 1 year. And as expected, Eureka, uh, all the brightest students were the toppers in the universities in their respective grades. Yeah. And the school became famous. News, media, reporters started covering the story, a big transformation of the school. And then there was a celebration ceremony in the school. The principal took charge of the podium and started giving the speech. And she started saying that it's good that our school is back on track. I congratulate all the teachers and students. I'm very happy. But I have one secret to share. And the secret was that the teachers which were chosen as the best teachers of the school were actually not the best. I had just picked them randomly. And the whole auditorium went silent. And wait, she said, I have one more secret to share. The 10 students which were selected were also not the brightest students. They were selected randomly. And I got goosebumps after reading this story that is exactly what expectation effect is all about. Because the teachers and students were convinced that they are the best. They got the best of the best affirmations actually they started putting a lot of efforts because they have to live up with the expectation, and they thought that they are better than others. That itself helped them to do better than others. Isn't it amazing? Everything starts from here. Okay, we just keep blaming the external factors. No, everything is inside. Yeah. I think in my case also, I mean, I wonder why I took so many risks in life, why I always try to do things differently. I think all credit goes to my very special childhood, where I got two mothers and two fathers. So one, my biological mother and father who gave me birth, and another, my brother and sister who are very elder to me by 10 and 12 years. So more of fatherly and motherly figures than those fighter siblings. I never fought with them like the ordinary brothers and sisters. And so, since childhood, although I was a very ordinary student, they made me they made me think that I'm different, I'm extraordinary. No, I think differently, my habits are different. I don't think I was actually different, but they kept talking about it. I don't know why. And I think that all these things manifested into my adulthood, where I took risks. In spite of 3 failed startups, I did not lose the resilience. Creativity, doing things differently is good, was the biggest assumption since childhood. To look different, to do things differently from others, was something good thing that was taught to me since childhood. वरना usually क्या बताया जाता है कि you have to blend in with others, you have to mix, you have to be like others, and don't be an exception. So these things were never taught me in my school days. I still remember uh, my Hindi teacher in 7th grade had asked everybody to write an essay. निबंध लिखो आपके फेवरेट एनिमल की आत्मकथा. तो सबने लिखा है कुत्ता, बिल्ली, मोर, शेर, शेर की आत्मकथा. और मैंने लिखा गधे की आत्मकथा. And I took my essay to the class teacher, and everybody laughed at me. Even class teacher, made fool of me. I came back home crying badly, and I complained to my bhaiya, my elder brother, that देखो ना सब पूरे पे हंसे. मैंने तो बहुत मेहनत करके लिखी थी. मैंने 3 दिन 3 रात. I was very confident about my writing, and brother said, "Okay, don't worry." And he came to the school and explained to my teacher that, look, donkey is a donkey. And we, just because most of the people think that he is a dumb animal, doesn't make it dumb, right? The question was to write an essay on your favorite animal. There was no other condition, right? And he wrote Gadhe ki Atmakatha. So there is absolutely nothing wrong in it. And teacher was good enough. She accepted her mistake. She admitted it. And and then she announced in the classroom that let's read out his essay. I think that gave me a boost of confidence that I have a say. My life is my life. There was nothing wrong in it. I think these are the parenting environment that I got since childhood, where मेरे opinions, मेरे thoughts को बहुत स्थान मिला था मेरे घर पे. Even if I was the youngest I was the fourth child in my family, but everybody was treated equally. Okay, ऐसा नहीं है कि बस माँ खाना बनाती थी, हम सब काम में जुट जाते थे. मुझे हर संडे में कुछ साफ सफाई का काम अलॉट किया जाता था, etc etc. Well, I think this should be a learning a piece of information for all of us, that if these words of affirmations are given to children in their childhood, things will be different. I am a standing example of it. Another interesting story, Farid told me that you should talk about this when you discussed expectation effect. In some country, I don't remember, I think Israel or something, the prisoners who were given death sentence by the court of law, the jail authorities talked to the prisoners who were pronounced as a death sentence. They're going to die very soon. That, look, we are going to do some experiment for some scientific revolution, and we need people because there is a risk of dying in this experiment. So we give you a choice. If you say yes for the experiment and you come out alive, then your death sentence will be pardoned. Okay. And if you die, then you die. Anyway, you're going to die. Right. So what do you want? And they said that, okay, fine. If there is a chance of forgiving my death sentence, and luckily if I come out alive from this experiment, then I'm scot-free. I'll be out of the prison. So most of the prisoners chose to go for the experiment. And the experiment was very interesting. It was to test the expectation effect, the power of expectation effect. And all the prisoners were blindfolded, and they were told that you'll be sitting in a chair, and we are going to release a poisonous snake in the room. Okay, it might bite you, it might not bite you. All right. And then everybody used to leave the room except the snakes and the prisoner, the snake and the prisoner in each room. But this was the story that they were told. But in reality, there was no snake in the room. Only they just made artificial sounds, hiss, and made them think that the snake is rolling on their body. And actually, they just pricked two needles on their hand, on their leg. Okay. And you know what happened? 99% of the prisoners died only because of those needles, because they were made to believe that they were bit by a poisonous snake. 99% was the death ratio. Crazy, right? Unbelievable. Because they thought that they're bit by the snake, and they thought that the poison is spreading in their body, our mind actually produces poison. The biochemical gets released. We have an internal pharmacy inside our body. If you have read the book or booklet, we have an internal pharmacy in our body. I just laughed when I read that word. Okay. And that's why placebo effects are so famous in the medical industry. We know the